They thought it was funny. A group of teenagers laughing, standing outside a crowded diner on a sunny afternoon, holding cups of soda and trouble in their hearts. What they didn't know was that the quiet man walking toward them, the one in the worn-out boots, faded jeans, and Marine Corps cap, was someone they'd never forget. The cup flew through the air, a dark splash of Coca-Cola arcing across the blue sky before crashing onto his chest. The sticky liquid soaked his shirt, dripping down his arms as laughter exploded around him. "Hey, old man," one of the teens shouted. "Looks like you needed a drink." The man didn't say a word. He just stood there, eyes cold and still, like the calm before a storm. He slowly wiped his face, picked up his duffel bag, and kept walking. No anger. No shouting. No revenge. At least, not the kind they expected. His name was Ethan Cole, a single father and retired Marine sniper. He had served 3 tours overseas, lost his brothers in arms, and returned home with scars no one could see. After losing his wife to cancer, he had only one reason left to live, his 10-year-old daughter, Lily. She was his world, his reason to stay grounded, to fight his inner battles silently. That afternoon, Ethan was coming back from a job interview at a security company. Money was tight. Bills were stacking up. He didn't complain, he never did, but life was getting harder. Lily had outgrown her shoes again, and the fridge at home was nearly empty. Still, he smiled every morning for her, cooking pancakes and helping her with homework before school. When the soda hit him, it wasn't just humiliation, it was a reminder of how far he'd fallen from the respected Marine he once was. But Ethan didn't lash out. He had learned that true strength wasn't about how hard you could hit, but how much you could take without breaking. That night, he sat on the edge of Lily's bed, watching her sleep. Her tiny hand clutched his old dog tag like it was treasure. He whispered, "You're my mission now, baby girl." The next day, fate decided to twist the story. The same group of teens who had mocked him wandered into a local convenience store. One of them, trying to show off, attempted to rob the place with a fake gun. "Just a prank," he said later. But the cashier panicked and triggered the silent alarm. Moments later, Ethan, who had just been hired by the security company that managed that store, walked in for his first shift. The situation was seconds from disaster. The terrified cashier froze. The prank gun looked all too real. The police were still minutes away. Ethan's instincts kicked in, calm, precise, unshakable. "Put it down," he said, his voice low but powerful. The teens spun around, and recognition flashed in their eyes. "You," one of them stammered. "Yeah," Ethan said, stepping closer, his gaze locked like a scope. "The old man from the diner." Within seconds, he disarmed the leader, pinned him to the ground, and secured the fake weapon. No one got hurt. The others froze, too scared to move. When the police arrived, they found the situation completely under control. The officer on duty, a former Marine himself, recognized Ethan instantly. "Cole. Ethan Cole. The sniper from Fallujah?" he asked in disbelief. Ethan just nodded quietly. "Just doing my job." The story spread like wildfire. Local news ran the headline, "Veteran hero prevents robbery, teens learn painful lesson." Later that week, the same boys who had mocked him came to his door. No laughter now. Just guilt. They apologized, eyes filled with shame. Ethan looked at them for a long moment before saying softly, "Respect is learned when you understand the weight of what someone carries." Instead of pressing charges, he offered them a deal. Come help him paint the local Veterans Center that weekend. They did. What started as punishment turned into understanding. They learned about sacrifice, discipline, and quiet strength. They met other veterans who'd lost limbs, families, friends. It changed them. A few weeks later, during the town's annual community event, Ethan stood quietly at the back while Lily sang on stage with her school choir. The same boys were there too, helping set up chairs and serve food. One of them walked up and handed him a cold bottle of Coca-Cola. "Sir, I thought maybe we could start over." Ethan smiled, took the bottle, and nodded. "Yeah, son, we can." The crowd didn't know who he was. They didn't see the sniper who had saved lives or the father who had lost everything and still stood tall. But Lily did. She ran off the stage and hugged him tight. "You're my hero, Daddy," she whispered. Ethan smiled softly. "No, baby. I'm just a dad trying to do the right thing." As the sun dipped below the horizon, the sound of laughter, music, and forgiveness filled the air. And that's when the voiceover would end, with Ethan's calm face looking into the distance as the narrator says. They threw Coca-Cola on a single dad veteran for fun, unaware they were mocking a man who'd faced death to protect their freedom. True strength isn't about revenge, it's about grace.